Okay, boxing fans, this is my thoughts on Ricky Burns versus Ray Beltran. It's a difficult one for me. I've been trying to delay this one for a while because I've had the opportunity to talk to Ray Beltran at length and hear about his career and kind of like tracked his journey up to this point now to fight for the world title against Ricky Burns. A lot of British public don't know about Beltran, so let me give you a little bit of information about him. Beltran was a chief sparring partner for Manny Pacquiao and used to train a lot of Manny Pacquiao, and was trained under Freddie Roach for a few years. Was in the Wildcard gym a lot. Has fought some very good opposition. He beat Hank Lundy. There's a couple of fights and his record, his resume, that I thought he should have won, but got jobbed on the judges' scorecard. He poses, for me, a significant threat to Ricky Burns, and I'll give you my reasons in a minute. Ray Beltran, come forward fighter, dangerous left hook, good body puncher, and got a decent right hand. Excellent inside fighter, and can box long, but short arms. He can box from the outside, but he can box from the outside. What I mean by he can box from the outside, he's one of these guys who from the outside can fight from the outside and get inside. There are guys that you stick him on the outside of a jab, can't get on the inside. He's a guy that can get on the outside and box his way in, not rush his way in, can box his way in and make opportunities and get in and land punches. And so for me, Ray Beltran poses a significant threat to Ricky Burns. And not only that, Ray Beltran comes with a lot of experience and this is his first world title shot. Now, to add all of this into the pot, Ray Beltran is already in Scotland with, I think, 2 or 3 weeks to go before the fight. So he's come over here, not on 24 hours notice, not a week before the fight. He's come over and he's acclimatized with his team to acclimatize to fight in Scotland. So they are very serious about this fight. And when I spoke to him, and you need to listen to the interview, when I spoke to Ray Beltran, he means serious business. He's not coming here to just fall over for Ricky Burns. So anybody who thinks that Ray Beltran's a bum needs to go back and look at the history of Ray Beltran. This guy is dangerous. People are talking about Ricky Burns fighting Terence Crawford. It might not happen. Let's look across at Ricky Burns. Ricky Burns, a guy I've watched since, I've been watching for ages, back in the days where not a lot of people knew about Ricky Burns, where he used to do the different hairstyles, the dyes here, different colours, and I think he used to come out with the Superman Ricky Burns, or something like that. He used to come out with the S. What can I tell you about Ricky Burns? A lot of heart, a lot of guts, cheeky chappy, nice guy, real nice guy. I've never met Ricky Burns, but the way he comes across, real nice, down to earth sort of guy, a guy I'd love to get an interview with. Just honest guy, doesn't think himself to be anything special in terms, obviously he's world champion, but he's not the big I am. He seems a very approachable guy, and he always comes across great in camera. Boxing skills, yeah, he's got some boxing skills, but every time I watch Ricky Burns, he always looks, I don't know, just disjointed. Now, obviously, look at him from the outside, he looks very disjointed. He looks like if he's not really polished up. He throws his jab, but he leaves his chin up in the air, and it's sort of a very ugly looking style. Not like a finished product, And I don't know. He just looks like he could tighten up in a few areas, and like even the way he throws his jab sometimes looks odd. Don't get me wrong. He's physically very strong and very imposing as a lightweight, a big lightweight as well. Physical strength, yes. Good boxing brain he has, and can box to plan. My concerns about Ricky Burns, you look in the Gonzalez fight, he was on his way to losing his world title there, no shadow of a doubt, and Gonzalez retired on his stool. And the thing about Gonzalez is he set up his attacks to Ricky Burns and did a lot of work into the body and to the head, and he hurt Ricky Burns a lot in the fight. And Ricky Burns, you know, showed lots of heart, hung on, fought back, made it a great fight, an interesting fight. But I don't know. I actually think, and I really could be silly here, but I actually think Ray Beltran is a better boxer than Ricky Burns. I think Ray Beltran's fought better opponents than Ricky Burns, beating Hank Lundy and, you know, a couple of other guys on his record. If you look at, he's fought the far better opposition, and you've got to ask yourself the question: would Ricky Burns beat someone like Hank Lundy? I don't know. Bear in mind, Hank Lundy just came off beating what's the guy's name? Alushigan. Fought Alushigan, I think, upper light welter, I believe. Yeah, light welterweight. And I don't know. I just think that Beltran's going to be coming to Scotland, and he's already in Scotland. Like I said, he's coming to rip that title out of Ricky Burns' hands. Ricky Burns has got a real fight in his hands, and I've always believed. I never thought for 1 second that Ricky Burns would be able to match Adrian Broner, because for me, down at lightweight, Adrian Broner, forget what he does at welterweight. What Adrian Broner brings at lightweight is serious power. And if Gonzalez is hurting Ricky Burns, you just got to wonder. Broner does viciously to body and head. And while Ricky Burns is engaging with Broner, I can see Broner deflecting shots and, you know, really hurting Ricky Burns to the body. And I believe that Ray Beltran is a very good inside fighter, and he's a very good body puncher, and he has that vicious left hook to the head. And I just feel with Ricky Burns' chin up in the air at times, it's there are holes in Ricky Burns' game. That's what I'm trying to say. I do like Ricky Burns, but I do think this fight is very dangerous. I'm not sure if this is a mandatory fight or not, but this is a very, very dangerous fight for Ricky Burns. For me, I see Ricky Burns trying to box the fight long and trying to keep the fight long and doing a lot of holding. I see Beltran backing Burns against the ropes, working the body, working head, and it's the body shots I think is going to do the difference in this fight here. I think Beltran will look to work Burns' body. Burns will look to fight long, keep him on the end of a jab, big slashing punches with the right hand. Beltran can cut. He did cut in his fight against Richard. I can't remember the guy's name. Bogier. I can't remember pronounce his last name. That was a very good fight against a guy who fought Abril, I believe. Richard Abril. Bogier. I can never pronounce the guy's name, but yeah. And that was a good fight. He's a good, talented fighter that Beltran fought. But for me, I'm going for Beltran in a shock upset against Ricky Burns here. Whether he'll stop Burns, I don't know, because Burns is pretty tough. But I just hope when it goes to the cards, he doesn't get jobbed on the cards. For me, Beltran. If I have to stick my neck on the line, I'm going with Beltran, late stoppage, points decision win. Call me crazy, but I'm going with a guy who's got lots of fire and desire. His first world title shot, and it means the world to him. So I'm going with Beltran on this one. Let me know what you guys think. Shout out to Emily Bandelakis as well for making it possible for me to make a direct call to Raymond Beltran. This has been Ingram Jones from Bayloric TV. I'm out.